What's up, everybody? Ty Bartellin with another edition of Player Profile. This time I am joined by the sensational sophomore at the top of the Falcons order on their softball team, Kayliana Ray K. Quick, joining me today. Kayliana, how we doing?
Good.
I mean, when we talk about in terms of high school career starts, I don't think you could really ask for a better freshman year than what you were able to deliver on the diamond. A 700 plus batting average. You were a staple at the top of the order, too. One of the fastest softball players in the high school realm that I think I've ever seen, too. And by the way, you win a state championship to cap it all off. Can you put into words how you were able to even try to set expectations after such a great freshman year?
Yeah, everyone's definitely setting high expectations for me, but honestly, I set higher expectations for myself, so it's nothing I'm really like not used to.
When we talk about bursting onto the scene the way you did and the immediate impact you were able to have on top of the lineup too, was there any kind of pressure deal that you had to deal with going into freshman year? How were you able to deal with it, and how were you able to find so much success?
I knew Ayla, everyone knows Ayla, so I mean, honestly, it was just like living up to our name and stuff, so
So when you come into this year now, I mean, after everything you did last year, what's the standard now for you? How are you able to achieve these numbers again? How are you able to set goals to try to break the numbers you were able to achieve last year too? Because you've already set the bar pretty high.
yeah, I mean, just take it one day, one game at a time, one at bat at a time, and honestly, just play in the moment, because honestly, like that's all you can really do. You can't predict the future.
So you guys are going to be opening up here tomorrow against the Menor Cardinals from when we're doing this interview. What's the anticipation? What's the excitement like going into year number 2 now in varsity softball?
Yeah, we're all definitely really excited. I mean, we're excited to see where the season's gonna go. And obviously, it's going to be different and stuff this year. But the freshmen are all getting comfortable with us and everything. So it's honestly just like playing together.
Going back to the first chapter in your softball career, what's some of the earliest memories you have? When do you first remember getting involved in the sport?
Um, uh, I remember playing with Ayla when I was 7. She was playing 10U, and I was asked to sub with their team and basically just be a base runner and stuff. So like those are my earliest memories, just playing with Ayla, playing for my mom, and really just like maybe even when we were little, we would play like for the Austintown Community League and stuff, and I'd get to play with all my friends there too.
Was it the bonds and the friendships that you feel like kept you in it all these years?
Yeah, it's always been fun. I mean, I've always really had like a natural talent, and so like just having talent just like keeps me going.
Well, having natural talent helps out a ton, but you also put in a ton of work to complement that talent as well too. Talk to me about the discipline and the off-season work regimen and everything that goes into that, improving yourself and improving your game.
Yeah, softball's an all year round sport, and there's really not a chance where you even get to stop working. I know, like me and Kylie, we'll go hit before every scrimmage, every game, and we just like always are willing like to put in that work and stuff. And even like this winter, we were all putting in work during open gyms and everything. So it's really there's no time where you can even stop.
You talk about from like the eighth grade year that you had all the way up until now going into sophomore year. What are some of the things you're most proud of improvement wise in your game?
Um, Yeah, I'm really proud of like what put forward last year. So it's really just improving that is all I can really ask for, and it's just what I'm gonna try and do.
What's the personal goals for you this year that you set for yourself?
Be better than last year.
What's the average you want to hit? Is there a number in your head that you're satisfied with, or is there like one that's an acceptable line to be above?
Honestly, the goal is always to never get out. That's the goal of softball, but obviously failure happens. So as much as I can, I just want to do what's best for my team. I don't really care about numbers, but obviously that sits in my head.
So you're going to be sitting at the top of the order too. You're the ones that get to see these great pitchers first and foremost too, and you were able to hit off a lot of great pitchers on that run last year. Is there a pitcher that you faced off against that kind of sticks out to you as one of the tougher ones that you've had the opportunity to kind of step into the batter's box?
Um, Melina, she got me. She did get me. Um, and honestly, like even in practice, I think the hardest Sid. like
Yeah.
practice, we would go against Sid as much as we could, and she's just a beast.
How humbling of an experience was it for you? I mean, coming up into the high school realm after I'm sure you were hitting left and right in the middle school realm, and now you find some girls that maybe have a little bit of kryptonite that you have to figure out. How was that for you trying to make those adjustments then after kind of being humbled a little bit?
Yeah, honestly, travel ball is always a challenge. So coming into high school, I knew what I was getting myself into, and really I was prepared by like the upperclassmen. They really talked me through things, so I think I was well prepared.
What was the impact travel ball and that whole experience has had on your softball career?
Travel ball's been great. I love my team with everything. Like it's awesome. And really like I wish like everyone could get into travel ball. It's actually an amazing experience, and just like building those connections is awesome. Getting that experience and that exposure, it's all great.
I know going from middle school to high school, the workload also increases in terms of academic work. How have you been able to manage playing multiple sports and also excelling too in the classroom side of things, making sure you keep those grades up?
Yeah, Ward is very, very like big about grades, and he definitely reminds us like keep your grades up, keep your grades up. And honestly, he really helps us with like if you're not doing good in school, like he'll give you time to like get your schoolwork done before softball. So he's very like academics over the sport, but also obviously like really focused on the sport too. And for myself, I mean, I've always been pretty good with managing my workload. It's obviously been a lot. Like I'm in all honors classes and everything. So it's like being an honor student, you learn to manage your workload, and
You
it's
need
just
to you need to have a mature mindset too because you need to be disciplined. Like I know inevitably there's going to be days where you wake up and you're like, man, I really don't want to do this assignment or I really don't want to get this paper in because I got practice, I got a game tomorrow.
yeah.
How are you able to kind of stay disciplined through it all and kind of fight those urges to not do things and just kind of put it off?
Yeah, it's definitely difficult. I mean, you're just being a kid in general, like all you want to do is just play and
Yeah.
like, do whatever you want. But you really do have to just like lock in, just dial in on your schoolwork.
I know that playing at the collegiate level is obviously a goal for you. We've talked about this a little bit off camera too. You mentioned your sister Ayla too. How much has that kind of helped you out too, seeing your older sister be able to accomplish that dream too, and kind of show you that there is a pathway for that?
Yeah, she's helped me a lot. I mean, especially like when going through the recruiting process, like you have to do a lot of emails, and she's really like helped me. She sent like a guide for me, and like really like laid out the path that I really have to take. So I'm just like following in her footsteps as much as I can.
I know you're just a sophomore, so it's a little early yet for you to start looking at it and committing. But is there anything you are kind of like in terms of a school, in terms of a team? Are there things you're kind of looking at, or just at least entertaining right now as you go into the college recruiting process next year?
Um, yeah, I mean, really like growing up, like it's just like it's really all about money, and it like hates to say that, but like it's all about money. So like really like the best offers you can get, like that's what you have to take, and in the end, like that's all you can really ask for as much
Being
as you
able to
can get.
play and get a free education too. That's not a bad gig,
Exactly.
no,
Yep.
no doubt, no
Yep.
doubt. Let me get through some rapid fire questions with you because I've been doing them with all the team and all these players and I love them, so I want to do some with
Yeah.
you as well. All right, what's going to be the walk up song this year?
Um, this is how we do it.
All right, all right. What's like a pregame hype song that gets you guys fired up before a game?
We have our whole playlist is actually like pretty good. So I mean, we just put our playlist on and we just vibe.
Everybody got some choice of songs in there that they throw in. It's like a grab bag,
Yeah.
kind of like the candy salad that you guys you
Yeah.
guys are doing. Speaking of food and snacks too, what's the go-to dugout snack for you?
Usually I bring a donut from Dunkin'. I love Dunkin' so much. That's
Is
all I need.
is it does the donut change by day or do you stay
No, I stick with my
consistent on
glazed
it?
donut. Glazed donut every time.
It's got to be the classic. Got to be the
Yep.
classic. What's your preferred brand of softball glove?
Oh, I think I have a A2000 something. I don't really
Okay.
remember.
In terms of uniforms, if you could have an alternative uniform, I know you guys debuted the red look too, the ketchup reds too. If you
Yeah.
could have an alternative uniform that you designed, what would it look like for Fitch?
Um, Ooh, that's a hard question. Um, Honestly, I really like the design of our red uniform, but I really like the blue uniform. So I think I would do like the red uniform, but in blue.
You are a superstar center fielder last year, but if you could play any position on the field other than center field flawlessly, what would it be?
Shortstop, because you're just cool if you play shortstop.
Gotta give the older sister some props too
Yeah,
for that one. She made it look easy, but I know she
yeah.
had trouble shagging those fly balls as well too. So you can get her back on that one a little bit.
Yeah.
When you talk about some of your favorite drills that you guys do during practice, or what's one that comes to mind?
I honestly just like taking fly balls and just like seeing the ball come like from the bat, like from the batter's box. Like that's just my favorite thing, just so I can just work on like diving or like tracking and all that stuff.
Do you have a preferred uniform number that you wear, and is there a story behind it?
I've always been number two, like when I was grew up, but for travel, I'm number four because of Aaliyah Andrews.
Okay. What is other than your sister obviously serving as a role model, who are some other players that you've kind of looked up to and tried to emulate?
Players. Yeah, other than my sister, I have looked up to Aaliyah Andrews since I was little. Like she's an amazing center fielder, and I've always like strived to like be like her. And yeah, when I was little, I used to get called Aaliyah Andrews, and that's always stuck with me since I
That
was
that had to
little.
feel like such a great compliment
Yeah,
as a young one. Now, I mean, now the shoes are reversed too. I feel like a lot of little kids would take it as a compliment to be
yeah,
called Kayleana Ray. What's
yeah,
that kind of dynamic for you now, looking at the younger ones too, and they're looking up to you?
yeah. It feels great. I mean, I feel like I really make an impact on the community, and so that's always like a good feeling to have.
I've been asking a lot of the kids this one too on that team. If you could steal one skill from any one of your teammates, what would it be? Everyone's been wanting your speed, but what skill would you take from one of your teammates if you could take it?
I'd want like Kylie's arm. Like I know I have a strong arm, but like Kylie can throw the ball, man.
She's got a cannon, that is for
Yeah.
sure. When you talk about your favorite moments that you've had in the game, other than of course hoisting the state championship, what's been some of your favorite moments that you've had in games?
Um, I think that is from state. Never mind. Um,
It could be in the state game. I'm just saying,
uh,
other than like hoisting the
yeah, yeah,
trophy
yeah.
and like the
Um,
finale.
yeah, from the state game, I think it was like when the ball got past me in center field and we had like the relay throw to third and we got her out at third. That was a pretty big moment and really that like shifted the momentum of the game just from there.
No doubt. And then having
Yeah.
both of you sisters too involved in that play, that was certainly a very cool moment.
Yeah.
Would you rather have a game-saving diving catch in center field to end it or the game-winning hit?
Um Honestly, I think I'd rather make a diving catch. Having a diving catch just boosts my ego so much.
How much work do you put into your defensive side? Because you are Gold Glove standard out there in center with how much ground you can cover too. You mentioned loving shagging fly balls too. How much work goes into the defensive side? Because it looks like you put a ton into the offensive side in your
Yeah.
bat.
Yeah, I just love tracking balls. Like it's honestly like one of my favorite things. And that's why when I was little I used to be like a middle infielder, but like as soon as I was able to like move to outfield, like that's always just been something that I've always loved. And I love just like getting there and like making diving plays like that. Like that's just like it just makes me feel good. So it's like I honestly like putting the work in like in the field. Like I hate dropping fly balls. That's one of my biggest pet peeves. So it's like any ball that's in the air, it's mine, and that's my mindset every time.
I love that mindset too, the go get 'em mindset. If you could do a custom bat though on the offensive side, any kind of look, I've heard ice cream cone, I've heard lightsaber, I've heard pencil. Like if the bat could look any kind of way, then you could do those custom looks. What would it look like?
A donut.
You do like a stack, like would it
I
just be a
really like
stack of
donuts.
donuts? I love it. I love it. When you look at this year and just some of the things that the community has been able to do for you guys last year in support, what does the community support mean to you guys this year, and what has it meant to you when you see the community line up on the fences and they're cheering you on?
Yeah, it means a lot. I mean, I feel like we just have so many people out there willing to support us. And honestly, everyone's obviously looking at us this year and like wondering what we're gonna do. And knowing that our community's still there to back us up, even though we did lose Sid, like that it means a lot. And we're just like really, really thankful for it.
You seem like you have such a calm, cool, and collected mentality. You're always you got that aggressive set too of everything's yours too, and you're gonna go and take it. Do you have any kind of superstitions or any kind of rituals you have to stick to make this all happen?
Yeah, well, I do get Dunkin' before every game. That's a no doubter. But it's really like upsetting because I always put my socks on backwards. Like my left always ends up on my right, and my right always ends up on my left, and it
Does,
just happens. So I
does
just
it
let
have
it
to stay
go.
that way?
It's just gonna stay that way.
I love it. We
Yep.
also need to Duncan in Austintown. You need to do like a Kayleana Ray inspired
Honestly, I'm
like deal. Like
waiting.
I mean,
I'm waiting.
she is dropping so much
Oh,
over there too. She
I
is giving you guys so much support. Let's give her some love
exactly.
back.
Yeah, I have my Dunkin' app and I have like over 15,000 points on there.
You're just housing
Like the
points.
one day the worker was like, "Does that say 15,000 points?" And I was like, "Yup,
Come
yes
on,
it
Duncan.
does."
Come on, Duncan. Well, if the Dunkin' Donuts won't give you the love cake quick, we're gonna give you it here at YSN. We love what you
Yes.
do on the field, and we love what you do for the community. We're so excited to see what you're gonna do for sophomore year after a stellar
Mhm.
freshman season. We'll be seeing you out there on the diamond real soon.
Yep.